the local Panamanians to get the independence from Colombia. 1903 that happened, and as soon as that happened, 1904 they started build the canal. It took them 10 years to build the canal. So what the canal is just 85, 86 feet elevation above sea level, 50 miles journey.
So the elevation at the Caribbean side is different from the elevation that...
Both oceans are the same.
Okay, yeah.
Just that if it comes from Caribbean to the Pacific, you're going to elevate it 85, 86 feet. Travel 50 miles.
Oh, I see.
And then drop it back.
Oh.
This maintenance department here for the canal is a big place in there. It's huge. That's like a military base in there. This was a military hospital in the United States. Now they use it, special forces do training there.
For the Panamanian Special Forces?
Panamanian,
oh, yeah.
Special Forces. So that was a military hospital.
Oh, wow.
All this was U.S. territory.
So the U.S. pretty much owned a strip of land going right down the center of Panama.
They own 17 square miles in the Pacific and 17 square miles in the Caribbean side of the country. Just around the canal.
It's like just cut the country in half.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, so it's kind of like it's like another country if they owned the Mississippi River 5 miles each side of what the Americans would think about that.
U.S. soil,
Yeah.
All this was U.S. soil.
Wow. So the
Panamanians to come over here, they could come in, but just kind of restricted. No hanging around. You go into this place, you come here, you go and you leave, you back out.
Oh.
You know.
Now the deal that originally back in 1903 that the U.S. signed, it was actually in perpetuity, right? So it never ends. But they just, is that right?
What?
The deal that they signed back in 1903 that the Americans,
they signed a treaty in
was then that they would own this land here, the Panama Canal, in perpetuity.
Yeah, they signed that. So all of that was signed there.
But then they so
turning over the canal. The treaty was signed in 1977 by Jimmy Carter and General Torrijos. That day they signed 2 treaties. One to turn over the canal back to the Panamanian government in the year 2000, and the second treaty was a neutrality treaty. What's that? That in any time this canal became in danger, terrorists, whatever, United States will always come back and take control of the canal. This is a military, used to be a military base, big army base. See where they do it? Build it right across from the Miraflores lock. It's a canal over there.
Oh, wow.